I am Axel Erickson, and I am doing top 5 of my favorite video games. It is my opinion. You don't have to listen to me. Number 5, it is Red Dead Redemption 2. It is a very fun game. It's an open world game, and you can just do whatever you want, shoot people. It's fun. And then number 4 for my list is Star Wars Battlefront 2. It is this very fun game. It's about Star Wars. You can play heroes and different kinds of stormtroopers or whatever you want to do. Minecraft is number 3. It's this game where you have these blocks and you can build stuff with it, and you have to survive in survival. And then in creative, you can make whatever you want, and you can do all sorts of cool stuff. Number 2 on my list is Just Cause 4. This is also an open world game, kind of like Red Dead Redemption 2, except that you have a wingsuit which makes you fly. You have a grappling hook, which is very cool. And there's all these different kinds of stuff that you can do. You can blow everything up. It's amazing. Okay, and now for my number 1 on this list is Anthem. This is a game where there's this human that's you, and you kind of explore, but you're in this robotic suit, and you have guns and you shoot stuff again, and you can fly all around the world. And yeah, and that was my top 5 favorite video games for my opinion. Goodbye.
Hi, my name is JJ Del Turco, and I'm going to do a top 5 list of worst video games. And number 5 is the original first Star Wars Battlefront, because it just is not a very good game, and you have to pay to play with people, and it's just not that much fun, and the graphics aren't that good. And level 4 was a game that my brother got, and he played with me. It's called the Lego Ninjago movie video game, and it's just boring, and it's not that much fun. It has nothing to do with, and it's just boring. And number 3 was it's a Lego movie video game that he also got, and I did not like it because the gameplay is terrible, and it's basically you run around and try to build random things, and it's just not a good game. Number 2 is this Kung Fu Panda, where you have to just fight people, and it's just terrible, and you have to it's just bad. And number 1 is my first ever game that I got on the PS4, because my mom convinced me to get it, and I don't know why I got it. I just don't know why. We returned it. It's called Snoopy's Great Adventure, and I played a little bit of it, and I immediately regret getting it, because it's basically a game where it's like a parkour game where you just jump on stuff, and it's just, you have to unlock levels, and it's just one of the worst games I've played.
Hi, it's me, Justin, and today I'm going to be talking about my top 5 favorite flavors of pasta. So basically, I like tortellini at my number 5 spot because, it's filled with cheese or whatever you want to fill it with. I personally prefer it with cheese, cheese and meat. Yeah, that's what I personally prefer it filled with. At my number 4 spot, I have fusilli, which is a pasta that is swirly, and it's really nice with cheese. At number 3, we have rigatoni, which is a pasta that is basically a big log. It's a log of pasta, but it's not like this big. It's it's like that big. I like that pasta because it tastes good, and it's good. And at my number 2 spot, I have macaroni. Macaroni is this high on the list because, honestly, it's iconic. And, yeah, macaroni. Who doesn't like macaroni? Sometimes I like it hard. I like some hard macaroni. Like 1 or 2 hard pieces mixed in with that all that normal soft stuff. Yeah. Anyways, at the number 1 spot is spaghetti. This is spaghetti because it's spaghetti. It's number 1 because spaghetti's number 1. It is good. It is perfect. Spaghetti. All right, that concludes the list. Bye.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. Welcome to the Top 5 list. I'm your host, Adam Davis, and we're going over Top 5 Apex Legends. We'll start off with number 5, Bangalore, who is a smoke grenade person that throws smoke grenades, and although she does that, I feel like she could be a better character in the game. Number 4 is Mirage, who is a trickster in the game, and sends out decoys of himself to trick other players. He's really fun to play with, but I feel like he could also be a little bit better. Number 3 is Wraith, who is a portal-wielding magician, and she just goes through portals and tricks enemies also, and I like her a lot, and she's a really good character. Number 2 is Watson, who is a electrical character. She's a defensive character and places electric fences to defend characters. I really like her. Yeah, she's a good character. And finally, number 1 is Bloodhound, who is the only tracker in the game. I like you can see other people's footsteps to know where they are. And yeah, he's just my favorite character in the game. Well, that's it for this top 5 video. Alright, bye.
Hi. Today I'm doing top 5 characters in the video game Brawl Stars. Number 5 is Crow. Crow's pretty good, but he's not that good. He shoots poison darts into the enemies to poison them and slowly bring down their health. But he has really bad health, so he gets easily killed. Number 4 is El Primo. El Primo has a lot of health and has a really good attack, but his reload isn't the fastest, and he only has 3 punches that do 400 damage. Number 3 is Rosa. Rosa is like El Primo, just better. Her super, instead of jumping in the air like El Primo does, she becomes practically invincible for about 10 seconds. Number 2 is Spike. Spike is a cactus who throws little balls that explode, like grenades. He does pretty good damage, but he's not the fastest. Leon is really good in number 1. Leon throws ninja stars, which do a lot of damage. He's very fast, and his super makes him go invisible for 8 seconds. That's it.
Hello, my name is John Posey. Today I'm going to be telling you my top 5 characters for SpongeBob SquarePants. Remember, these are only in my opinion. If you have your own list, make sure to tell me. Alright, number 5, Mr. Krabs. Mr. Krabs is number 5 because, well, he is a bit greedy and cheap, and almost all the time thinks about nothing more than himself and his restaurant. But sometimes he has moments of where he can think about other people besides himself, and that's what makes him that's what puts him at number 5. Number 4, Squidward Tentacles. Squidward is he is one of the characters that gets more annoyed with SpongeBob's shenanigans, and that's what makes him such a good character, because he's just pretty much makes the entire show a bit more funnier of how he gets more annoyed at SpongeBob. Number 3, Patrick Star. Patrick is in number 3 because, well, he is pretty much always with SpongeBob and will help him when he needs help. Even though if he's not as bright as everyone else, he still is there for SpongeBob, and that's what makes him a number 3 spot. Number 2, Sandy Cheeks. Sandy is more determined than all the other characters. She's a bit more wild
and more intelligent than others, and she will step in if she needs to in moments like when someone needs help. Number 1, SpongeBob SquarePants. I know it was obvious, but come on, he's the main character and he's extremely funny, and he's one of the most in-depth characters, and we get to see mostly him in all the shows. This concludes my top five character list for SpongeBob SquarePants.
Hi, didn't see you there. I'm doing my top 5 list of top 5 numbers. So starting with number 5. 5 is the perfect number of birds on a fence because it's just colorful enough, but especially on a white fence, but it's not like too colorful and it gives you like a headache. Number 4. 4 is the perfect number of people in a room because it's not too crowded, but it's not too empty. So you don't like start sweating because there's so many people there, but you don't feel all alone. 3 is the perfect number of cookies on a plate, especially for dessert, because it is just enough. Like, you can eat them and feel satisfied, but you don't feel super full after. 2 is the perfect number of cars in a driveway, because then you can back out easily. And 1 is pie, because pie is really tasty, and it's a number that goes on for a really long time. That's all. See you next time.